Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video I've never done before, but I'm really excited to do. I did a little reel on my Instagram talking about dupes, makeup dupes, so drugstore dupes for high-end products. You guys seem to enjoy that, so I thought let me do this in a YouTube video. I have 10 dupes for you that are drugstore versus high-end that are literally the exact same, if not better. On half of my face right now I have drugstore, and on half of my face I have high-end. I'm going to tell you about each product, but I thought I would wear every single product. So before we get into it, I want you guys to comment down below. Which side of my face do you think has the high end and which side do you think has the drugstore? To me, they look literally identical. Like in person, the way that they applied, the colors, the finish, everything about them looks pretty much identical to me. Like I can't even tell, I only know because I have the products in front of me. They're high quality products and they are literally identical on the skin. I'll tell you the differences in terms of like if there's a scent difference or a formula difference or maybe like a smidge of a color difference, and we'll go over swatches, and I will also go over the price differences. So everything I use today will be linked down below, and subscribe if you're new. I would love to have you. I do a ton of trying new makeup, shopping hauls, beauty focused, new releases. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and begin. Hopefully you've made your guesses on which side of my face has the dupes and which side has the original products. So I'm gonna reveal it to you before we get into this. The high-end products are on this side of my face. So I have all the high-end original products, and then I have the drugstore dupes on this side of my face. I have to say I literally can't tell. Even taking photos, looking at my skin, it looks identical to me, but you guys will have to let me know down below. Let's go ahead and get into the first dupe. I'm gonna start in the order that I applied these products. So the first product I have is the L'Oreal Beach Bay Face and Body Luminizer, which is a dupe for the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer. So there's a couple little differences here, but the end result is literally the same thing. First of all, you get a huge amount for this because it can be used for the face and body. This is marketed just as a face primer. They have the same texture. It's very gel-like. They both have a high highlight component in there, making them both illuminating. The only difference I found with this is that this one has more of a pinky color to it, and this one has more of a kind of bright white. So I just pumped both primers on the back of my hand. This is the L'Oreal, has a pink shift to it, but very high shine, has that illuminating property, which is the whole point of it. And then when you compare it to the Rare Beauty, same amount of high shine, but just a whiter in color. But once you put this on the skin, especially if you're going to use a foundation on top, they look identical. So again, I have the L'Oreal on this side and I have the Rare on this side. They look absolutely identical under my foundation. Even when I blended them into the skin, there wasn't a huge difference. Looking at them before my foundation, I didn't see like, oh, this one looks a lot brighter or whatever. They really are a dupe. Definitely go with the L'Oreal, it's much cheaper. My next dupe is a foundation, and when I really was going through my collection, I had an epiphany, like these are literally the exact same, and the drugstore option is 1/4 of the price. So this dupe is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation, which has been a favorite of mine for so long, and it is literally identical to the Pretty Vulgar Water Lava Foundation, which is one of my favorites again. So when I compare these, I cannot tell a difference. I have half on one side and half on the other. I'm actually blown away. Like when I look at my face, I'm like, wow, you literally can't tell. So I have Skinny Dip in the Pretty Vulgar, and I have Sand in the L'Oreal. This has been a favorite of mine forever. If you're looking for a great, long-wearing, medium to full coverage foundation that locks in and stays all day, doesn't enhance your texture, I really recommend the L'Oreal Infallible. But I was thinking about it and I was like, wow, I really love this Pretty Vulgar. The packaging is really nice and heavy, but this is $39 retail. And it's been one of my favorites to wear for filming or if I'm going anywhere because it's long wearing, it hangs on a long time. And when I was comparing them, I'm like, oh my God, they're exactly the same. The texture of them is the same. The coverage is the same, medium buildable to full, and they last the same amount of time. They sit the same on the skin. They really are a dupe, but these are both favorites of mine and they're literally exactly the same. My next dupe is concealer, and to me, these are definitely a dupe, especially blending them out, playing around with them. I really can't tell a difference. So I have the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer that is a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. Everybody loved the Tarte Shape Tape for so long, and then it kind of phased out a little bit because we've had so many new amazing concealers come out from so many different brands. But when I compare these, the component, the doe foot, the way that these apply, the texture of the concealer, the coverage, everything about them is spot on for a dupe. The shades I used today was Golden Natural, which is right here from CoverGirl, and then I have Light Medium from Tarte. They even have just the same blendability. Like when I blended them out, they're just literally so close, it's actually unreal. I would honestly say the CoverGirl is a smidge more hydrating. I know people have said that the Tarte is a little bit drying. So if you wanted to test out the Shape Tape or you had some issues with it in the past being too drying, but you really love the coverage, I would say go for the CoverGirl. It's such a better price and they're literally the same. This next dupe is something I use every day in my makeup routine. You guys have seen me use both of these products on my channel so many times. They are so close that I think I'm done buying the high end. So this dupe is for a powder, which I use to set my face. So the dupe is the J-Cat Aqua Insurance Compact Foundation. Now I have the shade here, Ivory, and you can see this is very well loved. And it is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. This powder is so expensive. It's such good quality, but the price is insanity. So you can see, again, well loved. I've gone through multiples of these. What I can say about these powders is they're great quality, both of them. They're super creamy, and I think that's why they have such a cult following, because they're not drying, they don't cake up. They do give you some coverage and they really brighten. Like I have shade 1 here from the Charlotte and then Ivory from J-Cat. Again, I've gone through multiples of these. These are great to set your under eyes. If you feel like baking is not for you and you can't do those loose powders that are a little bit drying and you just want a quick set, both of these are a great option. But let me tell you the price difference. So the J-Cat is $13.99, so 14 bucks from Ulta, or you can pay $45 for the Charlotte Tilbury. Let me tell you, even buying this during the sale, which is what I usually do at Sephora, getting 20% off, it still is painful to pay $45 for a powder. The thing about these is they're so creamy and they have a nice pigment to them that they do tend to go fast. I hit pan on these more than any other powder I've used because they have such a creamy element. It's very hard to describe. So to blow through them at a $45 price range, that is insanity. It's just so expensive for the same exact effect. Honestly, I think my days of the Charlotte Tilbury powder are done. Once I use these up, I think I'm done spending 45 bucks when I can get literally the same effect for 14. My next dupe is actually an eyeliner, and I'm very picky with my eyeliner. I do not like felt tip eyeliners. I tend to prefer a brush tip, and I like very small tips that are super easy to do a wing, because for me, I have to have the right instrument. Otherwise, I will end up having like wings out to here, and it's just not a good look. So I'm very picky. I have the NYX Epic Ink Liner, which I've heard so many people rave about, and I've been enjoying it for so long, and it is literally a dupe for the Kat Von D or the KVD Vegan Beauty. It's so weird to say that, but KVD Vegan Beauty tattoo liner. I used to ride so hard for the tattoo liner. I had gone through multiples of these. This used to be my favorite, top, best. And then I realized this is the same. They do the same thing. They have the same effect, the same pigment, the same brush. When you hold up the components, they are the same. It's literally like, maybe they were manufactured in the same factory and then KVD just put their logo on it. That's kind of how I feel about this, because everything about these is identical except for the packaging logos and whatnot. I just swatched the liners side by side, and we have the NYX Epic Ink and the KVD Tattoo. They look very close. I would say the NYX is maybe a little bit more black, which, I mean, that's awesome for the price tag. They're very easy to use. If you're looking for a great liner, I would go for the NYX. My next dupe is a bronzer that had just a cult following. Again, I loved it. I've used it for so long. I've hit pan on it. It's lasted me forever, but it's very expensive. So the dupe is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Sunkissed, which actually is a pretty cool tone kind of matte bronzer. And it is a dupe for the Marc Jacobs 104 Tantastic Omega Bronzer. This is my Omega bronzer. I purchased this so long ago. As you can see, it's well loved. You get a lot of product in here, but it's very expensive. What makes these so similar is they're both matte. They both have a silky feel. They're both buildable, so they're not full pigment right on. You can take your time building them up, which is really great. I feel like you can't overdo it with either of these. And they also have a cool tone to them. Most bronzers, or a lot of bronzers, are very warm with a red tone or an orange undertone, and they end up looking orange. These are very much cool tone neutral, so you could almost use them to contour if you wanted to. I swatched them both here for you. Here's the Marc Jacobs Omega Tantastic. Here is the Milani in 02 Sunkissed. The Milani is a smidge cooler when you swatch, but on the skin it translates the same. In terms of price, the Marc Jacobs is on sale right now for $34 on their website. I'm assuming that it's like a Black Friday kind of sale. and the Milani will cost you $9.99. So 10 bucks, 34 bucks on sale. I think these originally are about 50. So definitely just go ahead with the Milani if you want to try out a really nice silky matte bronzer, but you don't want to drop 50 bucks on a high end. This next dupe is probably my favorite dupe of the entire video. I was so excited when I figured this out because this is one of my favorite products, and to find a drugstore option for you guys is incredible. So the dupe is the Milani new Cheek Kiss Cream Blush, and this is in the shade Coral Crush, which is a bright, beautiful coral cream blush, and it is a dupe for my favorite Tower 28 lip and cheek cream blushes in Happy Hour. This looks a smidge brighter in the pan, Milani, but on the skin, again, translates the same. Beautiful formula. This is off the bat creamier. Right when you put your finger in, you're gonna get high pigment. These are both very pigmented, which makes them very similar. The Milani has a little bit of a thinner texture than the Tower 28, but again, they swatch highly pigmented, both of them. When you put them on the cheeks, they look identical to each other. I love my Tower 28, but I have to say, on the skin, they perform exactly the same. Beautiful, punchy, glowy. They both work over powder, which makes them super versatile. I do not like when cream products patch up and you can only use them on an unset face. That's just a no-go for me. And they are both marketed for lips and cheeks. So they are multi-purpose products. When I found this, I was just thrilled. I love the Tower 28. I'm a new fan of the Milani, and the Milani, I believe, has like 5 or 6 different shades and a lot of deeper shades. So if you feel like a lot of the high-end cream blushes don't cater to deeper skin tones, head over to Milani's website. I was very happy to find this dupe just because I think the formula is so gorgeous on both of these, and you can get it for half the price. Moving on to lips, I was thrilled to find this dupe because I'm a lip liner fiend. You guys know I'm all about the lip liner, and I've been really into the 90s kind of brown tones that are deeper, and then you blend them in and you put a nude lip on, and it just looks very 90s grungy. So I found a dupe here. This is the Milani Understatement Lip Liner in Saucy Toffee, which is a deep brown. This is fairly new to me, so when I got it, I was like, wow, that really reminds me of something. And then I realized this is a dupe for the Carli Bybel Il Makiage Luna Lip Liner. I'm sure we all know who Carli Bybel is. She did a collaboration with Il Makiage. She did some lip products, I think 2 liners and some lipsticks and glosses. So this is a really deep chocolate brown that she uses to again do that kind of lip contouring, the 90s lip. So when I swatched them next to each other, it confirmed that these are a dupe for me. They look exactly the same on the lips. The Milani is gonna run you 8 bucks, and the Carli Bybel Il Makiage was 15, but again, it's sold out. I don't think they're bringing it back. So if you missed it, or you're looking for a really nice lip liner that can give you that kind of supermodel grungy look, you can blend it in and give you that contoured lip look that's really in, definitely check out the Milani ones. They have some really nice colors. Again, if you have deeper skin and you can never find a lip liner deep enough, they have some really nice chocolatey rich tones. The only difference in terms of formula is this is a pencil from Il Makiage that you have to sharpen, and the Milani is a twist up. So that's literally the only difference. Both super creamy, both nice and long wearing, both blendable, easy to use. Very happy to have both of these, but because you can't get the Il Makiage anymore and this is half price, seriously check out the Milani lip liners. I've been really impressed. This next dupe is probably more well known than some of the other ones I mentioned, but I still want to tell you guys about it in case you haven't heard about it and you're really looking for a dupe because you don't want to spend the full price on the high-end product. So this is the Maybelline Lifter Glosses. These are incredible. I've been loving them. They're one of my favorite picks from the drugstore in terms of glosses, and I have the shade Moon here, which is a really nice shiny pink shade, and this is absolutely a dupe for Fussy from Fenty Beauty. The gloss bombs, absolutely a dupe. The doe foot is the same, the color is the same, they have the same shine. They are so close. The only difference really is the scent. The Fenty Beauty has kind of like a fruity scent, I would say, whereas the Maybelline has, I don't really know what to classify it as. It's not fruity, maybe a little bit more like vanilla cupcake, but really on the lips, they give high shine. They have that beautiful pink, glowy, glossy look. Now, in terms of cost, you can grab the Maybelline for $7, and the full size of Fussy from Fenty Beauty is $19. So I only have a mini because I think I got this in a holiday set, but really about half price, a little bit even less than that. They are gorgeous on the lips. As you can see, they just give high shine and a little bit of sparkle, and they feel exactly the same in terms of their formula. So definitely a great dupe. I know a lot of people have been mentioning it, but it's really one of the best dupes that I've seen lately. And my last dupe to talk about is a setting spray. Very hydrating, really melts your powders in, but doesn't feel sticky, doesn't feel heavy, but really does make you have a nice glow to your skin, even if you're using matte foundations like I prefer to do. My dupe is the Catrice HD Active Performance Freezing Spray, which I have a gripe to pick with this in terms of how they market it, but it is a dupe for the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I have gone through multiples of both of these. I've repurchased both of these. Here's my problem with the Catrice marketing. It says it's an active performance freezing spray for long wear, and it's not that at all. It's very much a hydrating, melt your powders in, dewy setting spray. And I don't know why they would market it as a long wear, sort of like an Urban Decay all-nighter that would make you matte. It doesn't do that at all. It gives you a nice glow to your skin without a sticky film. Super, super nice. I've gone through, I think, 3 of these, and they're so affordable. Very similar, again, the same look as the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. This has been a favorite of mine forever if you've been watching my channel. When I use these next to each other, they do the exact same thing. They don't feel sticky, I don't feel tacky. The only difference is the scent. The Catrice has more of a kind of cucumber spa-like fresh scent, and the Farsali smells like grapes, which I know is weird, but it's more of a fruity scent. They do the exact same thing. You can get the Catrice at Ulta for $8, and you can get the Farsali for $39. So it's such a good price difference. Again, as much as I love the Farsali, I think I'm done buying it because I can get the same look with this. So much more affordable, small little component you can throw in your purse. I love both of these products, but really they do the exact same thing. I just wish that Catrice wouldn't have marketed this in a different way because I feel like it's misleading. This is very hydrating and a glowy, beautiful setting spray. All right, guys, so that completes my 10 dupes for high-end products that I love. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you've tried any of these, or if you were eyeing a high-end product and you were thinking, oh, I can't spend $40 on that or $30 on that. Definitely check out these dupes. Let me know what you think of my makeup down below, if you can tell which side is high-end and which is not, or if you guessed correctly. I will link everything down below. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe. And if you want more of these videos, I can definitely try to find more dupes, but obviously it might take some time because, you know, to find a really good dupe, you really gotta look. So again, I will link everything down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.